speaking on jiu-jitsu to start with, so let's jump right into it. Welcome to the Sofa Kingdom podcast with your host, Nelson.
Yeah, I'm Ian.
Ed.
All right, we're all here. We're all jiu-jitsu'd up.
Are we?
A little bit, right? Sometimes?
I guess.
All right. So, what I was watching on...
Is there supposed to be dried fruit in these nuts?
There are some dried fruit with the nuts.
Okay.
So some of those cashews are salted.
I just want to make sure.
Some of those nuts are salted.
I just want to make sure.
Some of those nuts are clean and clear.
When I reached into this thing of everything cashews, I did not expect a piece of dried fruit.
I like to throw them in there to just kind of mix it up.
The fact that it's
They're
everything flavored is a pass for me.
Listen,
so they're not anymore.
Yeah.
So I just reused the container, and those are...
So it's a hint of everything.
Correct.
You literally could get anything in this.
You can.
Because I was not expecting dried fruit, but I'm not going to lie.
It's pretty good, right?
It's pretty good.
So it might be something good or just disappointment.
Yeah. No, man. Listen,
Much
my
like
nuts
life.
taste good.
Much like life.
Listen, my nuts taste good, bro. Ask Ian. Yeah, right. He's like,
They're not bad, yeah.
There's some good nuts. A little salty. A little salty.
I think if it tastes like onion and garlic, you might need to see a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to see another doctor at least for a fucking year, man. Fuck, they're starting to know me on a first name basis. So I was watching this video on YouTube, and it's about like gym snipers at seminars, where like the person that comes in to teach a seminar, they're often like really attacked at the end when they open up for roles, because now everybody feels like, oh, I've got a point to prove, right? So although we can't speak on that, we can all speak on like being in gym rooms and having to deal with the overly aggressive. Sometimes it's misplaced aggression. Sometimes it's eagerness. Sometimes it's aggression because they always have a point to prove and they think every single round is a tournament round and they don't know how to be calm. And so my question to you guys, because you guys have been in this, in this world as I have for quite some time, how do you personally deal with a aggressive grappler? Someone who you may even think is a nice guy or girl.
Right.
But when you go to roll with them or they're going to roll with other people, the overall consensus is like, I just wish they would just calm down a little bit, right? You don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and there is a time for that kind of a role. You're preparing for a tournament, it's a mutual agreed upon combat. Like, you want to go hard? Let's go hard, right?
I mean, sadly, it comes down to like how can you deal with it? I mean, if you're able to control that person or beat that person, well, then if they tune it up and they start going, then you got to kind of,
tune them up.
Put them more in their place, so to speak. Just and not that you should go around wanting to do that, but
of course,
in this situation, if they're going a little spazzy or they're going a little too hard, you got to kind of match the tempo a little bit.
Sure.
Put them back down.
Which is, I think,
calm them down.
There is a necessity for a gym enforcer.
Yeah.
Right. It is a thing that we are all aware of, and that it doesn't hurt to have somebody that you could look to the corner and be like, "Hey, bro, that guy's a fucking asshole." All right, let's slow him down. Let's humble him a little bit. Let's bring him back.
But at the same time, I mean, if you're unable to hand out a beating, then you got to just
you just got to take it, right?
You got to either take it or you got to know your limits and opt out of rolling with that person.
Correct.
Like, hey,
that's what I was gonna say.
I don't feel like getting fucked up tonight. Listen.
Yeah, the next thing in gym etiquette is some people though are afraid to say like, no, they'll roll with you every single time. Hey, you want to roll? Yeah. They feel obligated, right? I think as an adult, you have to take personal stock and be like, that guy, every time I roll with him, I get kneed in the face, punched in the guts, my balls get stepped on. Like, you just got to be like, hey, you know what? Not today, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll over there. And I think in itself, that could be a passive way if enough people get on board with that whole like, nah, not today, man. Nah, not today. And they start to notice like, man, why don't people want to roll with me? I don't know. Maybe you're too much to handle in this setting of casual training.
Yeah.
Versus, because we all know there's competition classes. There are things set in place for those. Like we've all had them. Like Dan was my guy for several years. Before he got locked up, he'd throw his hair back in Triple H form. He'd stare across the room. He wouldn't say a word. He'd be like, and we'd grunt back, and then we'd fucking go to war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
We all need roles like that.
But that's mutually agreed upon.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
me and Dane would do that, but that was the situation of we knew, like we would like the last role we would go for the day, like ready for a good one.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
there was verbal acknowledgement of like we did the light rolls, everyone moved around, let's finish strong.
Sure.
But when you're dealing with someone who isn't quite getting it, you do have to start kind of putting the pressure on them.
Yeah.
And not necessarily, I find not going for the finish. Some people it depends, but not going for the finish. You keep getting them to a maneuver and just mushing them with pressure, and then you move
Yeah.
and you go to another one.
Yeah.
And you're just letting them know, like, I have you here, I have you here,
Yeah.
I have you here, and it's just sometimes it really depends on the person.
Sure.
Yeah.
Some people you do that just in one round and they'll get it. Some people you might have to do it a handful of times.
Yeah.
Some people it's easy enough to be like, hey man, you got to breathe and slow down a little.
Sure, sure.
It really is relative to the person.
Yeah. But also, like, okay, from the outside looking in, like, if you're watching this person being spazzy or ultrally aggressive with smaller individuals, women, older individuals, it's like, hey, you got to slow down with everyone. It's not because maybe, you know, then you're the person that he's cool with. Oh, you've gained my respect. But he's still spazzing out on everybody else.
I'm wondering why this topic's being brought up, because I can picture a certain person.
I'll say it from the sidelines.
Who's
I'll,
recent?
And I'll,
Yes.
And I'll,
Yes.
you know, while people are live rolling, breathe, slow down, like to the person. Like
Yes.
try to get the hint of like, you got to take it easy.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the whole thing. Yeah, it's something that is at the forefront of my brain because, you know, being in this world, we see it. They come and they go. It happens. Some people learn to calm down. Some people you could talk to. Some people you can educate, and others just seemingly will yes you and then just go about their business as a spazzy.
This wouldn't happen to be
person.
a white belt. That's not a white belt, is it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And that's
wondering.
right. That goes into the other topic, right? Is the white belt that's not a white belt. At a certain point, I think the green belt is underutilized.
Yeah.
I think in a lot of gyms. I think it's a good marker, a good indicator for, hey, you have skills that translate to what you're doing. You wrestled for 4 years, you wrestled for 8 years, you did no gi for a year. Like, you're not necessarily blue belt, right? But you do have some skill. So maybe a green belt is awarded to you as a placeholder. Like until it's determined.
If you never did jiu-jitsu, but you're a combat sambo champion,
you are not a white belt.
You are not a white belt. I have news for you.
If you're a judo black belt, you are not a white belt.
Yeah. If you qualify for the Olympics in Greco-Roman wrestling, you are not a fucking white belt.
I've seen some schools use what is almost like a temporary belt, not the green, but it'll be a colored belt. But on where you would put the stripes, that piece itself is a different color.
Sure.
Almost to indicate like, hey, they are doing some things that make it that they're purple, but they're not necessarily to our level in certain areas. But it doesn't mean take them easy.
Yes.
Because in certain areas they are purple.
Yes.
So I mean, I've seen that kind of thing done
That's
before
a good approach.
in certain areas. So you're not giving them a different color belt because. Yeah. That can go over some people's heads as well because maybe it's a green belt, but it's not really indicating of where.
Yes, because I think like as brown belts, we can defend ourselves. And if I get tapped, my ego's all right. I'm fine. Like if I get tapped, I get attacked, I get mauled. I've had it all. Smushed to death.
Yep.
Tapped 15 times in 30 seconds. It's all happened to me. So it's we all have a little ego, but most of it is just like, I'm here to train. I'm having a good time with that.
Right.
But when you watch other white belts approach said white belt or new person, and then they're thinking like, cool, we're on the same level, and then they proceed to get mauled. It's almost a defeating thing to watch happen, like progress over the course of a 5-minute roll. Like they're almost looking at you like, help, do something. So I think those kind of indicators help, and it's unintentional sometimes, and then we know of sandbaggers, people that like to go to various gyms and stuff like that, and which is why I was saying like seminar snipers, like they don't necessarily affiliate with any particular gym, or they're coming from another gym with a particular skill set to your gym to watch a seminar, and then they're kind of like looking around the room beady-eyed for people to just fucking mold before they get out of there.
Yeah.
You know, that's a thing too.
Yeah. I think I rolled with this said person this week.
Yes.
Okay. Making sure.
Yeah, I have as well. And it was just mainly like a like, are we not moving? We're not. I'm not moving. Are you not moving? We're not moving. All right, cool. We're not moving now. 5 minutes. Great jiu-jitsu match.
Yeah.
I was warned about this person, and as you guys know, I'm still kind of recovering from an injury, but I was like, I'll roll them.
Yeah.
I was like, why not? Like,
Yeah.
I was told where this person was.
Right. Good.
Wise. They were like, just don't go into it thinking,
Yes.
It became apparent very quickly. I was like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you and your white belt. Get the fuck out of here. I was like, dude's like a better wrestler than I am. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I think there's several years, like eight or something
at
like
a
that.
high level,
years
at a high level. I started to wrestle. I started to wrestle with him, and I was like, oh, no. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I didn't even use gi grips. I was like setting up wrestling grips, and they were peeling them correctly. I was like, no. Like, I rolled with really good guys. You know what's
the number one telling thing is when everybody's like getting ready before class, and you see like the new person like off in the corner doing like this routine stretch. You're like, tis not a white belt.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a perfect calf stretch. Look at that stretch over there. This motherfucker's coming for war.
Yeah.
So I think for
fun but misleading.
It's fun, nice people, cool. It's all of that. And it's really not even a conversation for like us. Like I feel like we can defend ourselves at this point in time. But as I've gotten more into coaching and things like that, I'm kind of been a little bit more observant to the room as a whole.
Yeah.
And I get to look over at like, I'm like, oh, fuck.
You know how it's gonna play out before it plays out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just something that I've noticed that I was pretty interested in.
Yeah.
Another fun thing that I found out was there has been a Marvel leak by an artist that happened by accident that they decided
to
put
in the comics
for the movies.
Oh.
So he's a comic book artist
involved with
that makes the scenes like for all the movies, including the Secret War, including Black Panther 3. It's all speculative because there was no actual names attached to it. Fantastic Four renderings.
But it's a big leak.
Big leak. A leak that I'm not going to go into too many of the details.
Why not?
But all right, I can. He put it.
Spoiler alert! If you don't want to hear a big Marvel leak, stop listening. All right. If they're still lissing,
Then it's fuck you. Then it's fuck you. Yeah. It's your fault.
You probably walk into traffic too. I don't know how to help you.
So the big one, Fantastic Four, there are leaked images of Reed Richards and Sue's son being a part of the main storyline.
Yep.
Franklin. Yes.
He's pretty strong.
And what they're thinking is the reason Galactus comes
is
because he needs that power.
Well, Galactus is attracted to very big powers.
Yes, and apparently he can alter universes.
Galactus gone head to head with the Phoenix Force.
No. Franklin Richards.
Franklin,
yes.
He's powerful enough to rewrite the universe.
Yeah, Franklin Richards is mentioned routinely in the conversation of most powerful Marvel characters.
He
His name
is
just comes up.
Legion if he had control of his powers.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So yes, they're saying that this could be a big part of the storyline for the Fantastic Four movie going into the Secret Wars. Going into the Secret Wars, they're talking about the War Planet movies.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a series of movies that are war planets. It's going to be the Hulk planet. It's going to be another planet where Doom is in charge of this war planet.
Yep.
And they have pictures of him married to Sue Richards with Franklin by his side and Dr. Strange as his number one. And they're talking about setting it in a Renaissance time period with all, like Game of Thrones style, all the Marvel heroes on this war planet fighting for life. Like, legitimately, they're so OP, Thor is like a guard for Doctor Doom. That's fucking wild.
Well, there's renditions of Doctor Doom that are really, really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
really powerful.
And they're talking like white suit Doctor Doom, so I don't know if that means anything more than...
He's a god in some...
there's times where he had, godlike powers where he had the cosmic cube and he stole some folks' powers, and he was essentially, running he was one of the mains of one of the Secret Wars before, where he had controlled the reality was collapsing, and he kind of pieced together what he could.
Him and Kang routinely go at it too.
Yeah, they do. Another big leak was they are no longer looking to call the Young Avengers the Young Avengers. They are looking to dismiss that because, oddly enough, these children are aging out. They're like, Hawk Girl is gonna be 30.
Yeah.
They waited so long to jump into this, so they want to call the series the Champions. And so they're gonna be the champions of, and it's going to be, supposedly, this is all speculation, led by Wong and Star-Lord.
Okay.
They're gonna be kind of like the ones that usher in, teach, and run this squad of children, so to speak. And it's gonna be Hawk Girl. It's going to be American Chavez.
Yep.
It's gonna be the other girl from the Scarlet Witch's son.
Warlock.
Oh wait, no, the
the Wayward Son,
not fucking
from Agatha's.
What's his name? Wiccan.
Wiccan.
Wiccan. There we go.
Him and his brother that plays Quicksilver. So they're gonna bring him in.
Outta
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these are great leaks.
You know
what? I believe them.
And
I believe it.
Miss Marvel, the young Indian girl.
Great. Bring her back.
And
She's Pakistani, you monster.
Yeah, her. The young Indian girl, and then the young Hulk from
Scar
from one of the movies.
Yeah.
So they're planning on
God.
using them as the champions.
In one of the comics, I know Wiccan supposedly has a relationship with Hulk's son. So get ready for that.
Oh no.
No. Big green dick, green sex.
Big green dick.
It's coming. It's coming in more ways than one.
It gives new definition to tear that ass up.
I did a deep dive because I was trying to figure out who the fuck is Wiccan.
Are you sure you weren't on the wrong side of the internet?
No, man, but if you go to Rule 34, you will be. You fucking will be. Careful on what you click on.
Yeah. So yeah, those were some of the leaks that they had put forth. Some of the
I believe it because out of all that, only Franklin Richards and Planet Hulk really excited me.
Yeah. So. And then lastly, like, it's who's going to be involved with all of these Secret Wars. Like, Planet Hulk excites me.
Right.
Yeah.
That could be.
If they went a Rune King Thor direction, it would excite me.
That could be amazing. It could be amazing.
Franklin Richards excites me. The fact that Sentry is showing up excites me, even though I do not believe in any rendition anyone on the Thunderbolts.
I don't think we get Rune King Thor until we get to the end of Thor movies.
Yes.
Okay.
Because at that point, they got nowhere else to go with him. So I'd be like, when they're retiring the character is when they're like, here's his most powerful.
I think we get Beta Ray Bill, though, right?
That would be interesting.
I think we get Beta Ray Bill and Planet Hulk.
If they're doing War World...
When's the Beyonder show up? Secret Wars, right?
Secret Wars.
Yes.
Yeah, but Beta Ray comes into one of the War Worlds, wasn't he?
I think so.
Well,
or at least in one of the Secret Wars.
World War Hulk is what gives birth to World Breaker Hulk. So I know there's good things coming with that, but I don't know.
I mean, another ramping up of power. If they're going against a cosmic cube Doom, they're going to need to power themselves up, and then it'll be like a resetting of everything.
Yeah, because they can't go with Kang because of obvious legal reasons.
Well, I mean, I've heard some things that they might be bringing Kang back just to wrap up his storyline now that everything is kind of water under the bridge at this point.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not as angry. Like, in fact, I don't even give a shit. Like, he was chased by a woman. There was allegations both sides, but I'm not really like the whole Amber Heard thing pissed me off.
Yeah,
but like I'm not as not. I mean, I'm more. I'd be happier seeing him on film than I was seeing her in the second Aquaman.
That's one of the photos right there. I mean, it's legit.
I'm not. Yeah, but
yeah.
I'm
not excited for the Champions.
Was anyone excited for like a Renaissance era Marvel show on a?
I wasn't, but it could be fucking dope.
They have
could be dope.
They've done leaks before just to
Venezuela
see
Chavez.
what the news is. So this could be a level of
What are people getting excited for?
or what are people getting angry about?
True.
What should we get rid of out of this stuff?
Right. And then that was the other exciting thing that I loved to see in one of the Secret Wars, Black Suit Spidey.
Yes.
It's not regular Spidey, it's Tom Holland, or they're saying it actually could be Black Suit Spidey that's the original Spider-Man.
Oh, Peter Parker.
No. Give me names.
Toby
Maguire.
Yes.
Fair.
I could fuck with that.
Yeah.
I could fuck with that.
Toby's got a gold pass in my book.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then
seeing him on screen was still the highlight of that entire Spider-Man movie for me.
it was amazing.
Yeah, brought it all back.
To me, Andrew Garfield's reprisal of his role and then redemption.
He had the biggest redemption story.
He had the biggest redemption, and I loved it.
It's not his fault that he was in the weakest Spider-Man trilogy. It's not his fault.
No, and when I seen that,
It wasn't even a trilogy. It was a duology.
They only did the two, yeah.
I was ready for a 3. After seeing that, I was like, you know what? Give him one more. Give him one more.
They even gave Jamie Foxx a redemption. You know,
They
like,
did.
goddamn.
The way they gave him redemption is great. I love it when a movie addresses something like, man, I look stupid. They're like, yeah, you're right. Moving on.
Yeah.
I ain't wearing that shit. Now I'm going to fuck over here. I ain't going to be a nerd. Jamie Foxx.
They're like, half a sentence, keep it moving.
Yeah, who wants nerdy, shitty Jamie Foxx? Nobody. Everybody wants the
It
cool
was
Jamie
good to
Foxx.
see William Dafoe back too.
Oh.
Yes.
That's
He's
Goblin.
a masterclass villain. He is
He's just a fantastic actor.
Yeah, he commands the screen.
He's never been in anything I didn't like him as.
Yes.
Even in his weird roles like Antichrist and stuff like that. He played a transvestite cop in what the fuck movie was that? The Irish one, Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints, yeah.
A fantastic role. He's hideous running around that wig and kissing that dude. It's a horrible scene. Still fantastic
It's
role.
still great, yeah. He fucking kills.
When he's looking at the evidence outside and like walking around, like, none of this is any good. Fuck! Like it's just like you love it. Like the way he's commanding the screen, I'm like, God damn, this dude's like.
There are a few actresses that command a scene like that, right?
Yeah, he's
I
very
would say
talented.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
He's another one that when he's really ingrained to a role, you're like, you're taken with him.
Yeah.
You know, whether it was Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Or
Well, ever since Gladiator,
you
really hated his villain.
Oh my God.
You hated his villain.
Yes,
I mean, from smothering his dad, just trying to bang his sister, to just being a complete fucking dick to Maximus. It's like,
Yeah. No, absolutely.
you got to be a good actor to make me hate you like that.
Yes, yeah, and he can definitely fill that role. And man, I was thinking there was the lady in Black Panther when she was like telling off the whole fucking court.
Yeah. When they,
Angela Bassett?
Angela Bassett, yeah.
Fuck.
When they nominated her for an Oscar for that, I was completely fine with it.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
as far as I'm concerned, she should have won because who beat her?
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
The movie wasn't that. I didn't like Wakanda 2 as much as everybody else did.
Right.
But still, Jamie Lee Curtis.
No.
Get fucked.
and when you
fuck.
could just watch that scene as a snippet and be like, damn, that's a powerful.
And people that say, "Oh, well, she
fucking
wasn't in the
scene.
movie long enough to get an Oscar." They gave Anne Hathaway an Oscar for like 5 minutes of singing in fucking Les Miserables. No, shut up. Like, it's about how well you did in the time you were given. Like,
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, if that's
wasn't in the
one of
movie
the
long
most
enough.
memorable scenes, then that's what it should
It's
be.
the most memorable scene. That and Namor's dick.
Yes.
That's
Some
why
of
I
these
think I
award
have it.
shows are dying at this point. Like they were talking about some of the people on the committees didn't vote for Dune 2 because they didn't even watch it. So like other movies were getting voted for, but like, how are you on the committee to vote if you didn't watch all the fucking entries?
You got one job.
You have one job. Your job is to watch the fucking entries.
One of the
and
best,
you didn't watch them.
One of the best sci-fi movies in the last 10 to 15 years, and you didn't watch it.
It's amazing what they did with it.
It won Best Cinematography, and it had to have because there's nothing that beat it. Like, nothing.
And it had Zendaya in it, and I hate her. So for me to watch this movie and be like, I love it.
That movie made me feel bad for Zendaya. She got did dirty.
Yeah.
She got done did.
I mean,
Mordeeb, you done did her
She,
dirty.
she did live in the dirt.
You do what you get with your time.
That's it.
I mean, listen. I
You
would
fucked
also,
up.
to be
You fucked
fair,
up. Stop whining.
Nothing against
Stop
Zendaya.
whining so much.
Nothing against Zendaya. But I too would choose Florence Pugh over Zendaya. I'm just saying. I understand Timothée Chalamet's ideology there, but still, bro, you spent all that time with her in the desert. and then you fucked her over in the very
It's
end.
like, listen, you
Come
didn't wear
on,
deodorant.
man.
You smell like Chihuly.
She probably stinks. She stinks.
Patchouli? Is that what you're trying to say?
Patchouli, yeah.
Bro, she wears
you got sand in your butt crack.
Bro,
I'm out.
She wears
I'm
that
out.
suit all the time.
I mean, wash it.
It stank.
Do you wash it?
That thing stank.
Yeah.
It's stanky.
You can't wash it. They don't got running water.
Oh,
Ain't nobody want those stanky.
That suit is to collect
all the
water.
fluid. Yeah.
All of the water.
You don't want that, nobody wants that dune poon.
no dune poon. Name of the episode.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, nobody wants that dune poon.
and meanwhile, Florence Pugh is like the princess of the entire universe. Like, I mean, bro, she's probably bathing in like some weird alien milk. She's pristine.
Yeah.
Pristine.
I'm in. Weird alien milk.
Mordine made that decision quick as fuck. He walked into that room, killed the Baron, and then he was like, I'll marry your daughter. and like Zendaya was like, the fuck? What about the dune poon?
He said, what about my sandy pussy?
Yeah. We rode worms together.
Does that mean nothing?
That's right. Mordine's like, you're never riding my worm ever again. It belongs to Florence Pugh.
By the way, back in the room.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want no fucking Bedouin sand puss. Get the fuck out of here.
No dune poon for me.
I'm just saying, those people don't look like they prioritize hygiene.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. They live on a fucking sandy planet full of giant worms. It's
And they're
constantly
going to
at
war.
war.
They're going to war.
Right, and they wear that suit
Yes.
all day.
Yeah.
Ed's right. It keeps all your fluid in. They waste nothing.
Yeah.
So
That's some
if
dry
you
ass
have-
shit.
So if you have a
That's
yeast
some dry ass
infection,
shit.
if you have a yeast infection, it ain't getting treated. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Constant UTI, 24/7.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, have you guys watched Daredevil yet?
Yes.
Yes, and it is a I'll say this. Thank you, Disney. Thank you, for the love of fuck, for returning to good form. I can't believe I said that.
6:47.
I can't believe I said
March 11th,
Listen.
2025.
Thank you for allowing whoever is creating that show to do what they want to do and bring back the magic of the Netflix
Yes.
era. That is how you do a fucking show. Have you seen the reviews?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Best Marvel TV show ever, they're calling it.
Yes.
It's not, though, but it's close because
Yes.
it's what it used to be. You fucking idiots.
Yeah. Here's what happened. Here's what
Jesus.
happened, right? It's like when you take the girl that's walking in a pack of girls, right? And she's like, damn, she's hot with all these ugly bitches, right?
I apologize for this metaphor.
And then
already.
she
I apologize.
separates, and then you're like, wait a second, she's not good looking either.
I've heard this
Right.
Barney Stinson speech before.
Yes, exactly.
Right, she's actually a 7. She's just standing next to 8 2s.
Yes.
And that is what that's what your library is, Disney. It's a bunch of 2s and 4s.
It's a bunch of 2s,
That's
right?
all it is. That's
So
what
now
Andor
Daredevil
is.
coming in
Acolyte.
looking like
Agatha all along. Dune Poon.
Yes,
It's all
Dune Poon, yes.
fucking 3s and 4s.
yes. And now Daredevil's coming in like a California 7.
It's a solid 8. It's a solid 8. I
It's
love
good.
it. I love
Listen.
it. So it looks like a goddamn 10 because we haven't seen it
And
in
I
forever.
tell you what, spoiler alert, the opening scene
Yes.
for the first episode had me like, yes.
Oh, dude. The
When
staircase?
the fighting,
Bullseye? I was
and,
like, oh!
and then they killed Foggy. Hell
Oh,
yeah!
I was like, fuck Foggy.
Yeah!
I was like, we don't have to worry about Foggy.
They did all that. We're bringing everybody back except
Foggy.
kill that fucking.
They know that
You get 30 seconds of
Deborah
screen
Ann Wool,
time.
super hot redhead from True
Yes.
Blood. I was like, welcome back.
Yes,
I'm back.
yes.
Yeah, she lives. You know she was gonna live.
Whenever Frank comes back, whenever he comes back, I'm just letting you know I'm gonna geek out.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
geek the fuck out. When I see Frank back,
Yes. And he
John
falls
Bernthal,
under the
baby.
range of one of those actors where when you watch him act, he steals the scene.
Yep.
He's fantastic because not only
Kingpin,
as
too.
the Punisher. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the coffee house, the scene.
Oh, yeah.
Just him
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
control his
His anger.
tick.
Bro.
He's like, it's not.
Especially when
entirely
Daredevil.
unpleasant.
Yeah.
When Daredevil.
I'm like, you want to kill him?
He's like, yeah, I've
You
got a
wanna
young
kill him.
protege. He's like, didn't she shoot you in the face?
Exactly, yeah.
He's like,
He's such a dick. He's such a dick.
damn! In your face, Kingpin, in your face.
Well, isn't that the Spider-Man movie where like they throw a brick through the window and Matt Murdock catches it? And they're like, "Did you just catch that brick?" And he's like, "I'm a very good lawyer."
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what the fuck?
So
But Kingpin throws shade on everybody.
He
He
does.
throws shade at Spider-Man,
Yep.
the Punisher, and Daredevil.
fucking right.
He's like web slingers and
Yes.
people with skulls in their chest. I'm like, oh shit, he's just shitting on people. I'm like, all right,
He is Marvel Trump.
dude, he is the best
Yes,
villain.
he is.
He
yeah,
is
they're
Marvel
really.
Trump.
Essentially, yeah. Because
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
That's even his political stances,
I mean,
right?
yeah.
Like he is.
when he gets out of
essentially
the
that.
car on the bridge, he's like, fill in the hole. You have the means. Consider it approved. I'm like, God damn. All right, man. You know, and I don't know. I think he is the best Marvel villain street level that they've done.
I think
he
so.
is.
Well,
I think he is. Who's his competition? Michael B. Jordan is
they're trying to build him
Warmonger?
as the street level Thanos.
Yes.
That's what they're going to do.
He is.
Yes,
he's
got it.
Like we were saying with Joaquin Phoenix and William Dafoe commanding the screen.
Yes.
That's what he does.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
He's a fantastic actor. And you know what's funny is like when you watch him outside of filming, he's so normal.
Yeah.
It's such a
Seeing him with
weird
hair,
thing.
Seeing him with hair throws me off because my two roles for knowing him, one is this, obviously Kingpin.
Yes.
The other one is Gomer Pyle in Full Metal Jacket.
Isn't he in like Law and Order though? He's in one of those shows.
I think
Well, he played
was.
the villain. He played the villain in The Cell
was on
with
a
Jennifer
TV
Lopez,
show
but he
like
also
that.
doesn't have hair. It's like he shaves his
Yes.
head for all his roles.
Yes.
I don't know.
He plays a quirky lawyer in one of these shows that we watched for a long time.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Yes,
he's
he
a great
is.
actor, and I think he's definitely in his prime, no matter how old he is, with this role.
Yes.
I mean that when I say he's the best. He's my favorite Marvel villain at street level.
Yeah.
without a doubt. Hands
Yes,
down.
yes.
I mean, so that gives me hope. If they can do more stuff like this, and if this does well, I have some hope for Marvel at least moving forward.
Well, I
on
mean,
that.
they said they were
Oh
gonna.
shit! You know who else he played? I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. Men in Black 1.
Oh yeah, he was
He played the body
the
suit.
bug.
Oh,
He played the
Jesus
bug
God.
in Men in Black 1. That's
Yep.
look at that face.
Oh man.
Yo, he was in good shape back then. Not that he's super fat now or anything like that, but that's fucking great.
He's always had that big body build.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thick boy.
Yeah, you can see it in a lot of
But
scenes.
I mean, they said they were gonna keep the feel of the Netflix shows, and thus
They did.
far they have.
I think
So
it's
that's
amazing.
that's
From the
big
from the
hope
moment of the
for-
staircase, right?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
big hope for Punisher and everything, because even he's saying it's a darker
Yeah.
Punisher than we've seen of him yet.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right,
What? In episode 1, he kills somebody with a sledgehammer.
Hey, it gets darker than that.
Well, all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
Wait till you
I'm
see
in.
what it does with a stapler.
I mean, I don't know. The way the last episode ended, though, those two corrupt cops, I don't know where we're going to go from here.
I know,
That's murder
man.
one, bro.
Listen,
and he's just like, oh! I'm like, oh, man.
he lost his shit.
I feel it.
But
I feel
what I
it.
loved is the setup was what could make Daredevil go into retreat within himself to not want to be a vigilante.
Yeah.
And it's the death of his best friend.
friend.
It was perfect. It was fantastic. And I really like that they are keeping to the same cinematic approach to Netflix.
Yeah.
yeah,
And a lot of it, they say, has to do with the main guy, the guy that plays Daredevil in the show.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Charlie
Cox.
Charlie
Yeah.
Cox
Yeah.
was like, listen, we need to stay true to what we had. There was gold there. And I hope
Yeah.
that they watch this, Disney as a whole, and they're like, this is what we need to do.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they didn't
Stop
make him
fucking
gay.
around.
I'm glad they didn't make him gay in his first scene, you know? They just
He's got a rainbow
Right,
Daredevil suit coming out the closet.
5 minutes in, he's just clapping Foggy's cheeks, and we're like, oh, great, here we are.
Oh, man,
awesome,
this is
great.
disgusting.
Awesome,
And now
can't
the
wait.
Punisher. Great.
Yeah, that,
John Bernthal, too.
the Punisher has a new name, you know? Got a big old
He
strap
just-
on.
Yeah, and a whip.
I'm the Punisher, baby. Bright pink skull on his chest. What the
Oh,
fuck?
shit.
Dune Poon.
Yeah, Dune Poon. I like seeing him run across the rooftops.
Yep.
It's classic
Yeah,
Daredevil
that's how
shit.
he gets around.
And this main villain seemed the first villain, not the main villain, the first villain definitely
Bullseye.
had the psychopath.
Remorseless.
Yeah,
Even,
it was-
even in the
it was
courtroom.
good. He
It's
sold
like he
it.
was bored. Like he
Yeah.
was just like,
He
get me
So,
out of here.
Yeah, he's like, I want to kill people.
Yeah, he'd be like, get out again. I'm gonna kill again.
Bro, how many knives did Daredevil have in him by the time he made it to the room?
That's
Yeah.
Bullseye's thing. Bullseye's thing is he can't miss.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's his thing. Also, in the Marvel versus DC crossover back in the 90s, there's comics that were real popular. Do you remember who Bullseye fought and who beat him? Who caught something he threw at him?
No.
Ooh, okay, hold on. And DC, right?
It was a DC character.
It's not Superman. Superman
Bullseye
would be
Bullseye
the-
threw something at this character because he
Superman,
no,
Green Lantern,
nope,
somebody that caught up Deathstroke.
no.
Batman.
Batman.
Fuck, why it's always Batman.
I was-
I'm Batman.
He threw something at Batman, and Batman caught it out of the air and threw it back, and like he was so taken back that Batman had caught this and thrown it back that he was like looking at it like, what the fuck? And then he got sucker punched. And he said to him as he was drifting unconscious, "You hit harder than Daredevil." That's literally what he said. I'll never forget it because I was there and read it as a child. It's burned into me forever. It's weird that like I'll forget like shit from like last year, but like I can remember that line from that comic book when I was 7. It's like
it had more impact on your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You hit harder than Daredevil. I'll never forget that.
Apparently, they are planning on doing another crossover soon.
They should. They
I did see
should.
that they announced they're going to be doing a cross. I haven't seen whom they're pairing up together, but that'll be interesting.
That'll be cool. I just remember Juggernaut was fighting the X-Men.
Nice.
And then when he got zapped into DC, he appeared in Metropolis and he was trying to punch Wolverine. He thought he was finishing off Wolverine, and when he teleported, he cracked the Daily Bugle or the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What the hell? Where am I?" He had no idea where he was, and then Superman punched him and shattered his helmet. And I just remember like how much damage Juggernaut's taken, like in the whole fight in the Hulk, all this shit.
Yes.
And then Superman punches him and shatters his helmet, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like we're at a different power level here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It kind of doesn't make sense because magic affects Superman.
Correct.
And isn't Juggernaut's helmet magical?
His powers are magical.
Cytaract.
I don't know if the helmet is an addition that he does just for fighting against Charles.
Right. The helmet was initially implemented like Magneto's helmet
to
protect
counteract
him.
Charles Xavier.
Okay, all right.
It wasn't
Damn.
designed for Kryptonian powers.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but
So-
if you remember, Superman fought the Hulk in the comics.
Yes.
That was his challenge, and they went punch for punch. And
Yeah.
Superman also KO'd the Hulk.
That's fucking.
So
I mean, I can see it.
Superman's just at that pinnacle. Like,
He is.
We have to just
Yeah.
accept it.
He is.
He's
He
you
is.
know.
All right, so let's jump into a little Marvel versus DC action, right? I'll throw a character at you, and now we want to try to find a good match. We don't want to OP them, right?
So don't name somebody that would just
Floor them.
grundle fuck them.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
like.
Got it.
No, grundle fuck them.
Grundle
Yeah. All right, so let's go Daredevil, right? Since we were on the topic, Marvel's Daredevil. Who would be a good villain or hero?
I mean,
fight
Batman's
for
a
Daredevil?
good match, but we won't go that obvious. Not vigilante running around doing shit.
No, because here's the thing: when you even though Daredevil is fairly powerful, when the world needs saving, you don't reach for Daredevil.
No,
But in Batman's universe, you reach for Batman.
Right,
This is true.
Right.
This is
he's
true.
Like, he's like one of the forefront.
He is. So, like, if you're gonna go DC, Daredevil, I would go with somebody like Deathstroke. I would think like but he actually.
I think Deathstroke. I think Deathstroke
would
eats
murder
Daredevil's
him.
lunch.
Yeah,
I would go Green Arrow.
Ooh, I like
Green
that.
Arrow's good.
I like that Green Arrow.
Because you're going
Daredevil.
instinct for instinct. Like he'd be shooting arrows, Daredevil be throwing his cane.
But even like I
like
could
it.
even say Green Arrow and Bullseye.
yeah,
Yes.
Deathstroke is too strong.
Yes.
Deathstroke should be fighting somebody
Deathstroke,
like fucking
the Punisher,
Deathstroke kills the Punisher.
because he has the healing ability.
Right. You'd have to put Deathstroke against
Deadpool.
That's what you'd have to do.
Deadpool versus Deathstroke.
I forget
And
about
let them see who
healing.
heals. Let them see who heals
I
better.
forget about the healing ability.
I like that.
Well-
Deadpool versus
well,
Deathstroke.
If they didn't have the healing ability, I still think Deathstroke beats the fuck out of Daredevil. I mean, Wade Wilson was a great hitman.
Yeah.
But Deathstroke is like the world's elite hitman. Like he's like
no, he's taken out Batman several times.
right. And
Yeah. That's true.
I mean,
Okay.
if-
He's one of the people where you don't want to let him prepare.
I don't
Yeah.
know though. I think Green Arrow versus Daredevil is a fantastic matchup. And if I had to pick between the two of them, I would want Daredevil to win, but I think that the Green Arrow would win just for the distance factor.
Yeah, but you got to remember, one of Daredevil's main guys is Bullseye. He's distance.
Right.
He's accustomed to dealing with
he
distance.
can literally kill you with a rock from 100 yards away.
So who would be
It's
your
stupid.
choices then?
It's
Who would
dumb.
be Daredevil versus Green Arrow? I'm gonna go with Green Arrow.
I'm gonna go with Green
sticking
Arrow
on my-
because of range. I mean, and I don't know. I think that the like Green Arrow, he's pretty intelligent, and he's also got the resources of his fortune. I think he would find a way to counteract the sixth sense of Daredevil. I think he'd find a way to beat it. He has some kind of percussion
boxing
arrow.
glove arrow. The end.
Money,
some kind of sonic arrow that throws off Matt's hearing.
Yes.
money does overcome quite a few obstacles.
Yeah,
It does.
and he's a very good lawyer, but even lawyer doesn't pay as well as he needed.
And we've seen Green Arrow use arrows that mess with the audio around.
Sure,
so
sure.
That's already something quite literally in his quiver.
Yes.
Yeah.
See? Oh, I like the way you did that.
I like that. I like that.
All right, so your choice.
What
now.
about Venom?
Venom? All right, so
Who's someone like symbiote savage
in DC,
in DC
that can go against Venom? So he's agile, he's big, he's savage, right? He's got the healing factor.
It's got to be something ferocious, yeah. And he can morph his body. And I mean, not as much as Carnage, but I'm trying to think who would fight Venom out of the DC.
I would say Martian Manhunter. I would go with Martian Man.
That's actually a great matchup. Although I tend to lean towards Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter's got especially
for the telepathy.
The telepathy. You're already.
They're
dealing
both weak
with,
against fire, right? The symbiotes don't like fire.
Both of them don't like sound and fire.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I mean,
they're running on the same,
and they're fighting
issues,
at a concert.
Martian Manhunter is definitely strong, just physically stronger than Venom.
A good. I'm trying. Swamp Thing, but Swamp Thing's too strong. He's an Omega level too. He's fucking.
Is he really?
Yeah, he can use the whole planet as a weapon.
The thing is,
Okay.
DC's villains, a lot of their characters just in general, are on a different
What about
power scale.
Clayface?
Like Marvel has
I was thinking Clayface
What about
as well.
Clayface?
street level guys. Well, it depends on which Clayface.
How about
There is
Solemn Grundy?
There's a version of Clayface where he is like a homicidal killer, and he
you
literally just jumps into people's mouths and blows them up.
Yeah, did you see the
Grundy versus Venom.
That's a good one. Like
Well,
sewer Venom. Yeah,
Grundy's immortal. Though.
Grundy's also very strong.
Yeah, but I mean, you could still KO him,
Maybe.
right? He's been beaten.
fought the
Grundy's
Hulk.
been beaten by Batman.
I think he's been beaten by Hulk.
Yeah.
I think they've done that one.
Who? I'm trying to think. I don't know, man. Did you guys see the fucking Clayface from James Gunn's? Oh my god, he just did it. It's like the monster. Something.
The new one. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's voiced by the same guy, but
Creature
it's
Commandos.
a very different Clayface.
It is the darkest, like the one you just said, like a serial killer Clayface. It is the most dark, horrifying rendition of Clayface ever portrayed.
Yeah.
Okay.
They make him as scary as you can possibly imagine.
I got one for you. I cheated. I went to the internet. Bane versus Venom.
As good as Bane is, Venom eats that lunch.
He could get juiced up, right?
He can get juiced up all he wants. I think Venom eats that lunch.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with
Yeah,
that.
because even if he gets juiced up, the issue is that you got to remember Venom. He basically has Spider-Man style abilities with webbing and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to get past a bruiser like
Bane.
Bane at that
and if
point.
Batman beats Bane in some instances,
This is true too. All right,
Venom's
so
a hard matchup though. That's why I picked him because it's a hard time thinking.
it's a good one. I like it.
Yeah.
How about
Martian Manhunter, like Clayface and Venom would just be a disgusting fight.
It would.
It'd be like, what the fuck is even happening?
I would almost go Carnage versus Clayface.
I think Carnage is stronger than Venom.
Yeah,
So-
I think that would be
Yeah.
fucking nasty. Because they both like to manipulate their bodies in ways that become weapons.
The only thing is with
Much more
the
than
only thing is
Venom
with
does.
Clayface though, it's harder I think to damage him as opposed to like Carnage. If you kill the host, the symbiote's on its own.
Yeah.
This is true. Another matchup that they put was DC's Blue Beetle versus Venom.
Beetle versus Venom. That's interesting.
Yeah.
The only thing is that I think that could work. I think that could work as a fight because again, they're both in suits respectively. So there is that human host aspect inside of the Venom suit or the Blue Beetle suit, and they've both
Where
been
Blue
exposed.
Beetles is more cybernetic as opposed to Venom's being more organic.
Right,
Yes.
right. So I could see, and they can both manipulate their
And
bodies.
we're not counting like Venom who absorbed the light force that fought.
No,
we're not
no,
counting
we're going
that.
like
We're not
everyday
counting-
generic
everyday
murderous
street level
Venom.
Okay.
I think that would be a good fight. Blue Beetle.
Out of all of them that we named so far, I like the Clayface one. I do like the Clayface one.
Yeah. All right, so then that's what we're gonna go with: Clayface versus Venom. Who's your choice?
I think Venom gets it. Yeah, just because like Clayface has lost before because of like getting too wet, like being thrown in any kind of large body of water fucks up his composition because he is still clay based. He's Earth's mineral based.
Yes.
I have to go with Venom just slightly because like Venom's fought like all Spider-Man's villains. He's considered often, besides for Carnage, like the pinnacle of a lot of Spider-Man's villains.
Yeah.
So
I fuck with it, Eddie.
I think Clayface loses other than the one version of him where he really is a homicidal killer.
Yes.
That one where he's just willing to just jump in the person's body and just blow them the fuck up.
Watch Creature Commandos.
There's not much that Venom can
do about it.
Yeah, because Venom perpetually is running with his fucking mouth open.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
essentially
the Clayface from Harley Quinn's comic book show.
The gay
Murdered in 30 seconds flat.
Oh yeah, definitely gets fucking murdered.
I think Venom takes him and just squeezes him inside his ass cheeks.
Well, if he fights,
and leaves him there.
If he fights the Venom from the movies, they're just gonna end up being friends.
Oh, well, you got a point. What about you, Ed? Who's your guy?
Yeah. No, he picked. Guy? Yeah, who's your guy? Who's your next pick that we got to match up?
Venom. We got Daredevil.
Ooh, okay.
Some character that we have to try to figure out a match for.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm drawing nothing at the moment.
Come on, you got go Justice League. Pick somebody from the Justice League.
Oh no, don't do Justice League.
Let's go high powered character from the Justice
they're
League.
Fucking strong.
You know what?
Don't say Aquaman.
No.
Don't say Aquaman.
I was gonna say Big Dick Namer.
The Battle of the Tuna Fish.
Yeah, no, Aquaman, you just throw Submariner at him?
Submariner, yeah.
But even then, I mean, I think
you don't need to.
I think they're fairly.
You could throw Sandman at Aquaman and he fucks his whole shit up.
Sandman's actually a horrifying villain.
Yeah.
Much similar to what you said about Clayface.
Yeah.
There's actually a version of Sandman that kills Spider-Man immediately. It was like zombie something.
Yeah.
It was a zombie comic where Sandman thought that Spider-Man was a zombie version of himself, so he like shoots in his nose and mouth and makes him explode, and then realizes later that it was just the real Peter Parker.
It's like, oh shit!
But still, that quick you killed him. Like, what the fuck? Like, I guess when you take the gloves off, this isn't really a fight. So, Sandman's another terrible villain.
All right, Eddie, pick one. What do we got?
Cyborg
from the DC. He's robotic. He's cyborg. He is a cyborg. So we're going into Marvel.
Initially, I want to say Ultron. Initially, but
he could probably hack his brain, right? If he's completely...
They're both pretty high level, but I would also say Cyborg might be...
You think they would have a hack off?
I think Cyborg wins. Because hasn't Cyborg hacked like Apocalypse?
He's mother box technology.
Right.
Yes.
So okay. He's hacked.
What is equivalent mother box technology? You know, like is that Cosmic Cube?
Yeah. I can't say Brainiac because that's the same universe.
Yes. And there is, on a side note, there's a version of like Batman and the Flash. They're standing like talking shit, and he calls over Cyborg, and he's like, "Yo, bro, let me use that Wi-Fi." He's like, "Did you just call me over here to be your internet provider?" He's like,
I've seen that,
"Yeah." He's like, "I literally hacked Brainiac." He's like, "Yeah, that's great. I need to make a phone call real quick." He's like, called him over there to be a bitch for Wi-Fi. All right, so you got Cyborg from the DC universe. Let me think here.
Not Galactus.
No, you can't go Galactus.
Apocalypse might be a little, and he's machine too, but not really. He's also ancient.
That would be...
Yeah, but a lot of his powers are essentially machine based.
Yes.
It's alien technology that he's running with.
Ultron's a good matchup for him.
It is.
But I think Ultron might be stronger, but maybe like Cyborg's a better like technology. If it came to a hack off, I guarantee you fucking Cyborg beats him.
Cyborg would beat him. Yes.
I don't know. What's the pinnacle of Iron Man where he has that alien suit?
So
I don't know.
You got Cyborg on one side.
I think the extremist Iron Man is his final suit.
Yeah, I don't know what matches
Dr.
Cyborg.
Doom. Not even like a cosmic Doom, just like straight
level Doom.
I think Doom beats Cyborg. The problem with Doom is he always manages to outsmart everybody except for Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about Kang?
I mean, he literally outsmarts gods to steal their power.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Kang, is he on the same level as a Dr. Doom?
Certain renditions of him. They always go head to head.
Kang
always
versus
fighting each
Cyborg?
other.
That's interesting. The problem is it depends on what version of Kang. Some versions of him are just so fucking overpowered.
Yeah.
There's versions of him where he kills Thanos just touching him.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah, so you don't know what you're going to get.
Fuck. That's fucked up.
He just touches him and he speeds up time for him until he turns to dust.
Hawkeye.
No, I don't even think Hawkeye beats Green Arrow. So.
No, he definitely
He's
does
not even the best guy with a bow.
No, he's not.
Which is hilarious because it's not. I don't even feel like it's a contest.
Yes.
I think Green Arrow takes him every day of the week.
Yeah, I agree.
It's hard. It's hard to match up Cyborg just because he's got such a niche. Like he's like,
and he's got like he's brilliant.
Yep.
He has the world's internets at his disposal. He has some kind of healing and protective factors. Like he can make shields. He can disperse like bombs. Like maybe Iron Man versus Cyborg would be a fair fight.
Ooh.
The only thing I can think about is the final suit, like the most optimal suit, because like I'm trying to think of like technology wise too. I wouldn't. I like putting Iron Man any other version against Cyborg because I'd be afraid Cyborg would hack his suit.
Yeah,
and just cause it to like cause the head to just start rotating and like
yeah. You done skis.
Just snap the shit out of.
So maybe
Tony
you got to go
neck.
Anti-technology against Cyborg, and you throw Captain America at him,
or you just throw like Sasquatch from that like Canadian what the fuck, that Canadian like team that Wolverine was a member of? What
the Marvel werewolf, the black and white werewolf.
Close Sabertooth.
You throw Hulk at him then.
Oh yeah, say, no technology at all, just a dumb fucking beast. Yes,
beat him into submission.
All technology.
Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you just have to fucking bang on it. Have you tried banging on it?
Yeah, when the TV ain't working, you just fucking tap that shit.
Yeah, and Hulk would do a pretty
Has that ever worked? Has that ever worked in the
No.
history of tapping on TVs?
And even
Yes. Yes. We had a
Poltergeist,
TV,
maybe.
We had a TV in Pennsylvania, and it had a loose connection, so it would fix it, but eventually it just completely failed.
They say that when we used to blow in those video game cartridges that it did nothing. Although I do remember it working.
Fuck that. It worked.
Yeah, it did work.
It worked. They lied.
But
that shit worked.
It worked.
Every fucking time.
Supposedly, if you just took the game out and put it back in, you had the same probability of it coming on versus if you blew into the cartridge. That's why they say that it did nothing.
We know because we did that shit. All right,
Yeah.
we
I was
blew
there.
into those fucking games and they worked.
And it worked.
But that also being said, a little humidity across the metal connectors can make a better connection.
Right. So fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
We were there. We know.
I agree. Doctor Strange versus Cyborg. Too powerful, Doctor Strange.
Magic versus technology.
Yeah. That's the age
Doctor
old.
Strange is
I got one. Star-Lord versus Cyborg. You go ultra everyday man with some guns.
Cyborg beats that ass. Cyborg beats it.
Who's got stick-to-itiveness.
The DC's
He pulls himself up by his bootstraps.
I think even if you take the Star-Lord that has some level of powers, his level of power is never anything high.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna do like the DC Marvel crossover, if they do it again. I wonder if like they'll leave it up to the voting again, because like
to see who won.
Some people like. I mean, I do agree that Superman would beat Hulk, but like I think it was a popularity contest.
Yeah,
because it was like Spider-Man beat Superboy.
I mean,
of course.
That's
Not really,
That's how they
like,
killed Robin.
Right.
Yes.
Call in and vote for him to die or live.
Storm
That's some
beat
dark shit, though, right?
They voted for him to die.
Kill that motherfucker.
Storm beat Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And let's face it, I love Storm. She controls weather, but Wonder Woman's god level.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
agree.
way. Like,
No, it's
But
God
you know
level
what?
versus Omega level mutant.
They are both god level. Like she does. If you can't get close enough to her, you can't hurt her.
right, but she's like kind of, she's just a really athletic black lady. You know?
Yeah, but she
you
can
can punch-
control tornadoes.
Right, but
Cat 5 hurricanes,
dude,
lightning strikes.
Darkseid punches harder than a fucking Cat 5 tornado. You know, like I'm just saying. And she's going toe to toe with him. Like
This is true.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with some of the choices. Now Aquaman versus Namor, that was whatever.
I think it also
Aquaman
depends-
won. I was fine with it. I
Yeah,
was
it depends on the type
Actually-
of what time of the month it is for Storm 2.
I don't know who won that. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
It ended in an aquarium, and one of them,
course
I'm
it
trying
did.
to think of who it was, had a whale jump out of a tank and land on the other one and crush him. And I gotta
great.
figure out who
nice.
won this. Who won?
Namor.
Aquaman and Namor. Yeah, I have no idea.
I think Namor can't talk to the fish the same way that Aquaman does, though. I know that Namor can fly and Aquaman cannot,
But some of that
but
also.
Aquaman has super strength.
Yeah, well, I mean, Namor is fairly strong as well.
He is. Black Panther versus Cyborg.
Ooh, that makes it much more technology versus technology.
That would be a good fight too.
I think so.
It was Aquaman. Aquaman beat Namor.
Okay. So I think Black Panther versus Cyborg.
Cyborg.
I'm gonna give it to T'Challa.
Fuck no.
Yeah. He's got. If he can get close enough with that vibranium and rip through his fucking parts, he's done skis.
He's not gonna though.
He
He can't even keep Mexicans out of his river.
He's not ice, bro. He's not ice.
He can't even keep Mexicans out of the aqueducts. You know? Oh yeah, Wakanda's this advantage. It's really advanced country. Just swim up the fucking river.
They promised him
with your
borders.
big ass Mexican dick flopping around.
They promised him borders, and he never got them. It's not his fault.
Let me just trout my way up the river. My fucking dick flopping around in the water. The fuck out of here. I'm sorry.
And on that note, thank you for joining us in this episode of the podcast.
Can't wait for Ironheart to come out. Oh man, that's gonna be a good one.
I can wait forever.
I love ending on swimming upriver a second time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ed, but who are you gonna pick, T'Challa or Cyborg?
Make sure you take a look at Invincible. It's pretty good too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about.
We'll touch on it next time.
Does T'Challa have his sister creating the technology behind him or not?
Sure.
Because if he does, then I think it goes to him.
All right.
She's the brains behind all this technology, where Cyborg actually just controls it.
And then why are people so mad that she's at the forefront? That was another picture rendering. Is
you can't just do that. You can't be like Tony Stark is this brilliant inventor, but this girl here got better technology.
She's the best.
Okay, of course she is, Disney. Of course she is.
They're gonna say Black Panther 3. They're gonna speed up the sun and make him the new Black Panther.
Yeah,
It's gonna be Kanye.
They're gonna recast the Black Panther.
That would be the best Black Panther.
Oh,
he just shows up in Crocs.
Yeah. Fucking swastika. Yay!
Just anti-Semitism
Kanye
and Kanye
here.
Crocs.